NBA 2K TV, we break down the 2K Prime Road to the Finals results, take you behind the scenes at all the All-Star events.
She don't miss.
Vote on your top plays of the week, and hang with Andrew Wiggins in his hometown.
Everyone always dreams of having their logo on their shoes, and seeing my friends and little kids with it, you know, that's something you dream of.
Tune in now.
동전한 입조차 쉽고 일없어 잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 일었어 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어 넘어질 때마다 일었어 다시 고쳤었지 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람 한 곡도 채 끝나기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축 자만 나탐 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투 다 끝 난가가 탔지만 우리 앞길을 막지만 하고 외치며 마음을 다 잡곤 했었지 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 봐라 느리록 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지 비극 지극 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은
It's a light day in the NBA, just 4 games on a Sunday. This year Express tour through the association called the Fast Break. Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder playing the Utah Jazz again, and KD, 2 of 6 from deep. He owned the third quarter of this one. 17 of his 31 points came in that third quarter. This game went into overtime. Russell Westbrook had a double-double in this one, 25 points, 11 rebounds. The Thunder win at 104-98. Mario Chalmers returns with his Memphis Grizzlies to Miami to take on his old squad, the Miami Heat. Chris Bosh knocking down jumpers. Memphis held a big lead in this one, but Miami comes back and gets the win behind Bosh's 22 points. Out in the desert, the Phoenix Suns taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, and Brandon Knight looking good in this game. He finished with 25 points for the Suns as they get the victory by 7, 108-91. And finally, the Toronto Raptors and the Philadelphia 76ers. You see DeMar DeRozan doing damage there, and Toronto just a little too much for Philly. And that's your Fast Break on NBA.com.
내가 타고 다니는 건 달라지고 빨라졌지만 결국 가는 데 같아 질리게 겪어도 사랑 때문에 애가 타 이럴 때 보면 나도 아직
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Philadelphia 76ers at Wells Fargo Center. And for Philadelphia, they've been going through a bit of a rough stretch. We've kind of waited and waited for this team to come together and start producing, but it just hasn't happened. And now we've gotten pretty deep into the season, so time's not on their side. And Klay Thompson, the son of former first overall pick Michael Thompson, I mean, when he gets hot, he can take over games.
Hey, you know what? This guy, didn't he have 37 in one quarter last year? How incredible was that to get 37 in a quarter?
Not only that, Kenny also had 26 in a quarter later on.
Get out of here.
Yeah, he can shoot over anyone with his height, and he has a quick release. You know, he probably has the prettiest shot in the game.
I would agree with that.
37 and a quarter.
Right.
And your career high was?
41.
41 is your career high. 37 and a quarter. Does that impress Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah.
What's your high in a quarter?
I don't know. I didn't get the ball that much.
Oh
you know who I played with.
You had 50. You had 60 in a game. my God.
I heard you, Shaq. I heard you.
I could be subliminal.
Let's get it to Kevin Harlan right now.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
Did all my laps in the gym, the sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them. I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I grin. Victory is my objective, I don't have to pretend. Spread my wings like an eagle and let them flap in the wind. No guts, no glory, no pain, no gain. These are actions of men. My teammate is a warrior, got my back to the end. My offense is God sent. You gon' have to defend. My crossover is vicious, I got more swagger than him. Hit the bottom of the net or the back of the rim. Your style is a flagrant foul. Your score, I'ma take it down. All of your trash talking was pointless. Say it now. You slacking in goaltending. My actions are bone chilling. Got the home court advantage. I'm back on the road winning.
At the small forward position, standing 6'8", number 39, Jeremy Grant.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Golden State Warriors come in for this one. It's the NBA, and it's right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Philadelphia 76ers come into tonight's game after losing earlier in the season in their last game against the Warriors.
And really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the backboard. Probably their weakest area in that game.
Well, they weren't doing their work early. They weren't carving out space for themselves under the glass. And guys just weren't working hard enough, in my estimation.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And that one's good.
Oh, nice double pump finish there, strictly for the fans. And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about it.
Now, here's Grant. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Noel dishes to Grant. Clock at 6. Covington in the corner. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Steve Kerr had a few moments to share with me. Shoot first and ask questions later is a philosophy all players can get with, and one he instilled in his team today. With the shooters they've got, he wants any open look to immediately result in a jump shot. Players love it, Kevin.
Doris, thank you. You know, Clark, hard to create spacing without the clearance.
I agree there. I mean, I'd say it's almost impossible with the size and speed of players in this day and age. Make it two hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
Hey, guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
The 76ers trail by 3. Grant kicks to Noel. Dishes it to Covington. Grant outside. 76ers moving the ball around. That one goes. Count it.
Okafor's got his second bucket tonight.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today. And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
It's tipped. Okafor with the steal. Grant against Barnes. It's stolen by Green. Barnes kicks to Curry. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Curry's got 5 now. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnover.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break. Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Thompson inside the line. Cans the shot from the wing. Thompson's got his first basket of the night.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Fire. Shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
And so here is Philadelphia. 8-point game. To end the run, offensive rebound. Here's Okafor, and they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Let's now take a look at some league leaders with the rundown of the best passing big men in the NBA over the past month. Number 1, Draymond Green.
You think of some of the great passing big men over the years, and they are some of the best players ever. I mean, period. I'm sure that's not lost on him.
Certainly not. I mean, it's precisely why he's worked so hard to become the passer he is today. He didn't want to just be a scorer. He wanted to be a complete post player, and he's done it.
They get it back, and they're able to recover. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's 9 points for Draymond Green.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Now, here's Curry. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
Here's Grant. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Okafor. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless. Clark going inside, led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, you know, I like to say you've got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means head down, get to the rim.
Spates checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
You know, sometimes you're going to win because of your performance, and on occasions, which was the case for them, it's the play of your opponent that allows you to escape with wins.
Well, you're right. I mean, there were a lot of turnovers in that game, some caused by their good defensive play, but some were just carelessness.
And both free throws good for Spates.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Golden State moving it around. Iguodala gets the bucket.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Rush gets the bucket.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Now, here's Grant. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barbosa's checked in. Just 2 to shoot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Noel. His last 10 games have been exceptional. He's right around 13 points a night, 7 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And really just excellent numbers. I like what we've been seeing from him across the board.
I do too. I mean, he's playing with much more focus now and a much higher level of intensity.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Livingston passes to Spates. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Warriors lead by 15.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Iguodala. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Noel dishes to Okafor. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist. I still can't believe that one didn't fall. And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them to get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
And Noel kicks to Grant. Noel passes to Covington. Noel with it. 6 points for him. Passes it to Covington. Takes a 3. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Iguodala wide open. Another 3 for Golden State. You look at the metrics for it, Clark, and Iguodala is onto something. He just knows to look for the best team shots.
Yeah, he's got a really good basketball IQ, and I think it's his selflessness that allows him to tap into that, especially at the offensive end. Rarely forces situations offensively.
The Warriors have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year, but just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Spades dishes to Livingston. Now here's Spades. No good. And here's Covington from the arc. No good on that left. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the 3. Now, here's Thompson. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Curry with a wide-open look. And another 3 for Golden State.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Here's Bogut, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And they looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
Philadelphia shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Here's Barnes, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. Okafor's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Noel. Can't get it to fall. Warriors leading by 18. Barnes with it. Now defended by Grant. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Gets a very good look and converts.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Curry. He's got 11. To the paint. Here's Bogut. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 6th assist on the night. And Noel kicks to Okafor. Green against Noel. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Green.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Thompson inside the line. Again, Golden State.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
He's covered by Thompson. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been training everything they put up this month. Second, the Warriors.
And really, the basketball IQ has just evolved. Just the way they move the ball and share it. They always find good looks.
Kicks to Green. Golden State moving it around. And he gets it to go. And it's 6 points for Barnes.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And it's Okafor missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And the wide open shot from Green hits the three-point bomb. Green's got 14 points for the game.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Okafor, the pass to Noel. For just the 4th time today, it is good. That one makes him 4 for 10.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Now Okafor, following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. It's stolen by Curry, and up the court come the Warriors on the break. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Warriors have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. Last game matched up with the Magic, a tough loss there.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that that one got away from them, because for long stretches, they were the better team.
Well, if you only looked at the stat sheet, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it. I mean, it was a case of a few small things, some of the intangibles that didn't go their way in the end.
First free throw is good.
You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play, and those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball, and we know he can stroke it from long range.
Here's Stauskas. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Noel, and he jams it with authority.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny, that's a facial.
Now here's Noel. Andrew Bogut unable to get his shot to go. Noel against Barnes. 5 to shoot. Noel dishes to Thompson. And it's off from three-point range. Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Thompson misses.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Now here's Noel. 10 points for him. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Andrew Bogut. And again, it's the Warriors missing. 76ers have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. And Thompson kicks to Noel, and the layup's good off the glass. Noel's got 12 points in the game.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin. Nick Stauskas had some great moments on the court last season, guys, but perhaps his most memorable.
We need to be more physical on the offensive end. Let's crash the glass, but be smart. We need to limit their easy baskets, so get back on D.
Timeout called the Warriors. Well, Clark, as you were talking about Nick Stauskas, he earned the name Sauce Castile last year. Came about when a bad translation on a Kings game referred to him as that name in closed caption.
And guys, credit to Stauskas because he read with it, made the most of the opportunity, even launched his own Sauce Castillo hot sauce. And I can't attest to if the sauce is any good, Kevin, but I'm still waiting for a taste test.
I am too. Put it on what? You put on bread and crackers and
hamburgers.
Hamburgers. Okay, we'll try it. Yeah. We'll try it. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Draymond Green. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Iguodala kicks to Rush. For three, Barbosa. No luck. And Philadelphia the other way now. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on Maurice Spates. The 76ers have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
Warriors leading by 22. Barbosa passes to Iguodala. Now Rush. He averages about 5 points a game.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, with Nerlens Noel coming out, we knew he'd be a plus shot blocker. He set the Kentucky single game record with 12 in a game shot blocks. He also knew he had the chance to be a great rebounder, but we definitely knew he needed help with his shot, and that will continue on into next year.
Yeah, you know, he spent the year rehabbing that knee, but also spent that year correcting his shooting form. And we're not talking about just a tweak when it comes to shooting the basketball.
Thompson in the corner, stolen by Barbosa. Got a piece of it. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Deep 2 from Rush, but they'll get another chance. And that is good. And that's now 7 points for Andre Iguodala. It's tipped and stolen by Spates. He feeds it to Iguodala. Out left to the wing. Golden State moving the ball around. The three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And, you know, going back to Nerlens Noel's shooting, the improvements to his form look really good. Even better is that he hit 60% from the line as a rookie. That may not sound like a great start, but at this stage of his development, that's great progress.
Just 5 on the clock. Out to Thompson. They get the rebound. Here's Holmes. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Oh, he knows that one should have gone in. That hurts.
Rush dishes to Livingston. For 3, Barbosa. Second shot opportunity. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow. You know, one caution I have about Noel's improved shooting, you don't want him to fall in love with jumpers. He did shoot only 46% from the field last year. Conversely, DeAndre Jordan shot 71% because he dunked everything and kept his head under the rim. It's a fine line between improving your game and playing within your limitations.
Pass to Rush. Jacks up a 3. Thompson with the rebound.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Pass to Stauskas. Looking to end the drought. And it's Thompson again missing.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way, and they've got to stop this run, and the only way you do that, you got to score yourself.
Out to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Livingston kicks to Barbosa. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Thompson for 3. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Barbosa passes to Iguodala. Livingston kicks to Spates. Misses off the left iron. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Thompson from long range. The dish to Stauskas. Deflects the pass. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Guys, hard enough to win in this league, but when you continue to hurt yourself because of miscues, makes it all the more difficult.
Well, you put yourself in a tough spot. I mean, 8 points yielded off turnovers this quarter already.
Barbosa gets the bucket.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Here's Stauskas. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Now the Warriors moving it up, and here's Iguodala outside.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Back to Thompson. From deep three-point range, no good. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Warriors ahead as they end the second quarter on a 12-3 run. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke.
Thank you,
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside O'Neal. Will be taking a look back at the first half of basketball. On Green in the points, 2 assists. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for Okafor. 8 rebounds, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
We've got Robert Covington. Thompson is out there with Stauskas. Then it's Noel. And it's Holmes in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Covington passes to Holmes. And the 76ers get it back. Fires the 3, and Robert Covington gets the 3. Covington's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Philadelphia. It's Curry with the drive. Here's Green, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Feeds it to Noel. And here's Covington from the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
For 3, Stauskas. Barnes grabs the miss.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team. Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated in how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while, an international player.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
Warriors have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. It's Curry with the drive. Thompson for the triple. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Covington's got his 5th rebound in this one. Thompson passes to Holmes. Back to Thompson. The tray. Again, the miss by Thompson. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Thompson dishes to Barnes. Beyond the arc. And there's Green on the assist by Barnes. Barnes has got assist number 5 here tonight.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Stauskas, guarded by Curry. 4-3, Covington. The 76ers again can't hit it.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And stolen by Barnes. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Nerlens Noel did not like that at all.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Here's Stauskas, guarded by Curry. There's the pass to Holmes. 5 to shoot. Stauskas kicks to Noel. It's stolen by Green. Now the feed to Bogut. Green passes to Barnes. And another 3 for Golden State. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Stauskas, guarded by Curry. To halt the run, can't get it to go.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Goes up to the stripe. Great D that time from Curry. Golden State's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Warriors shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Here's Barnes. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
From 17 feet out, Stauskas' shot is off.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
Well, you think about Stephen Curry, and your first thought is he's a remarkable three-point shooter. That's right. But he's not just a long-range threat.
Yeah, I see him as a shot maker, one of the league's top mid-range shooters off the pull-up, too, and he's a creative finisher. Floaters and backspin shots, English, high off the glass. Again, the best shot maker, I think, in the history of the game.
The 76ers shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Here's Stauskas. Dishes it to Covington. Trying to get back on track. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there. How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Stauskas inside the line. They set the pick. And Thompson kicks to Covington. There's the three. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one.
And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screens.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Green. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
And speaking of Curry playing off the ball in the pass, Clark, we see him guarding shooting guards defensively. Some said trying to hide him against lesser offensive players.
Well, I think guarding two guards gave him a chance maybe to save some energy for the offensive end. But recently, Steve Kerr has had him on point guards more. You want your best players taking the challenge at both ends of the court.
And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Passes it to Spates. Again, Golden State.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Finding the gaps in the defense and really just slicing and dicing them right now.
They set the pick. Here's Stauskas, guarded by Curry. The 76ers again can't hit it.
He's frigid from three. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there or that he keeps on trying to.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists. I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
Shoots from 12. No good off the back of the rim. They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing. That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. Boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around, and that's why he needed the timeout.
Timeout called the 76ers. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. The Warriors also with a sub. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Steph Curry. Over to the left wing. Another miss by Philadelphia.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
That is good. Rush has got 13 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they both shot the ball since the break.
Offensive rebound. Grant dishes to Okafor. Here's the three. Back to Brand to the left side wing. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Warriors on top, running away with this one. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, we've got Maurice Spates. Livingston is out there with Barbosa. Then it's Rush.
And they seem to have gotten something out of almost every possession. Their defense has been just as good, just a tremendous performance all the way around.
Yeah, and they're doing it in hostile territory, too. I mean, don't forget about that part of it, which makes it even more impressive. With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far. And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
Clock at 4. No good with the triple.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Pass to Looney. There's a screen. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, another turnover, but guys, on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
Grant, right side. Here's Cannon. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Golden State ball.
The Warriors shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Out left to the wing. Picked off in midair. He kicks to Brand. Top of the key. They grab their own miss. Pass to Cannon. From deep three-point range. Okafor dishes to Brand. Here's Cannon. Grant gets a wide open look. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Grant's gone 3 for 5 from the field. The pass to Looney.
Hey, get Barbosa.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Livingston, that's good. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. This one for 3. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And so here is Golden State. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Passes it to Looney. Golden State moving it around. Goes back up, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Complete domination. What a game for Spates. He has 15 points and the 2 nice steals as well. Don't underestimate how important he's been.
And this is what we see when we talk about potential. He's tapped into it today, guys.
And Brandon Rush gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And you know, the new court projection visuals, all the rage in the NBA now. Instead of having to use a screen over the court, they just project video and images straight onto the court. I think before long, you'll see it everywhere.
No good from Grant. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Those court projections you see in the pregame, we don't even have the best angle for them. They're so good.
Yeah, nice perk for those sitting a little higher up on those or those watching TV. It's about putting on a show and at the end of the day, entertaining the fans.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Rush the pass to Looney. Brand comes to help, kicks it to Rush. Here's Looney. He dishes it to Barbosa. Spates sets a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And the first one drops. Andrew Bogut checked in for Golden State. Harrison Barnes comes in for Brandon Rush. So he gets them both.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch 4 was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a 3. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
Here's Cannon, covered by Barnes. To halt the run, and it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Warriors have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Wasted no time on that one. Barbosa's got 5 points now in the quarter. With the stretch 4 and the need for shooting at the position, they don't need to be a three-point threat, but they do need to be able to hit a mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, well said. I think you need to have guys that can make perimeter shots to create spacing. The game's evolving to a space-out-the-floor type game, and shot making gives you a chance to do that.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Bogut with a screen on Grant. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation. I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
There's the dish to Brand. And the 76ers get it back. To the left wing, there's Cannon with the 3, and he gets the bucket.
Have a little extra mojo going here, a little extra pep in their step, more hustle in this second half. They're doing a much better job in terms of second chance points.
Spates against Okafor. The 3 from Barnes, and Elton Brand pulls it down. Philadelphia shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. To the left wing, here's Grant. From outside, off the mark. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Livingston kicks to Spates. Golden State moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Here's Barnes. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Covered by Barbosa. Shoots the 3. And the foul on Elton Brand. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Warriors have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Barbosa dishes to Spates. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
Covered by Barbosa. The 3. That's tipped. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, some really terrific numbers for Barbosa. 10 points, and he has sent a bunch of shots in reverse.
And because of that, there's now a major intimidation factor working in their favor. And one thing that I know a lot of fans are worried about is NBA jerseys with ads on them. It's something the NBA has explored more in. depth recently and would be another stream of revenue for the league.
Free throw drops for Barbosa. And with the ads on the jerseys, it isn't something that would sit well with the fans probably, but around the globe, almost every other league in the world has ads on their jerseys.
You know, the NBA has shown that they're willing to try new things with jerseys, much like they've looked at other issues. It started with the sleeve jerseys, and advertisements is just another area they're exploring.
You know, another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased, others want it gone altogether. You know, for me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster.
Nice work there coming off the screen. Barbosa's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Warriors. The 76ers shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them to say the least. And it's Okafor missing. And there are arguments, Clark, on both sides for the NBA and the age restriction it has currently right now. Having one seems to have helped the level of play overall, but I think there's some improvements that can be made.
Yeah, with the D-League coming into its own, though, Kevin, the discussion has opened up again. NBA teams used to not have a place for high school players. The D-League could serve in that regard now, but having a restriction is something that I think has helped the NBA. I actually would like to see it be 20 years old.
Me too. Looney's checked in for the Warriors. To the right side. Okafor kicks to Grant. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and two shots coming up.
And one record that is going to be very hard for any player to ever match is the Iron Man streak. That record's held by AC Green as he played in 1,192 consecutive games. That kind of durability is going to be hard to match in the modern NBA.
Spates sets a screen. Livingston kicks to Rush. Puts it up from 15. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Grant. And it's Okafor off the drive. No one near him. That's good. Okafor's got 19 points. And with Iron Man streaks, it isn't just injury that can get you. It's scheduled days off and getting suspended games, too.
Yeah, just for reference, last season DeAndre Jordan was the active leader, played over 300 straight games as a player. He was the leader in the league, but he wasn't even a third of the way to Green's historic mark of consecutive games.
It's rebounded by Livingston.
I think in that situation, that was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Here's Looney, and the Warriors miss again.
How about him there, just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with one game left against this squad.
And believe you me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that third meeting.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Curry. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel. And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Feeds it to Livingston. Again, Golden State.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of surge.
Down low, 76ers moving the ball around. To the middle, just 5 on the clock. And that one's good.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. And Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
So we see the...
Yes, Kevin, thank you.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry. We watched a marvelous third quarter from him, and he basically put the game on ice at that point. And from that point on, they were in control.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
It's a light day in the NBA, just 4 games on a Sunday. This year express tour through the association called the Fast Break. Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder playing the Utah Jazz again, and KD, 2 of 6 from deep. He owned the third quarter of this one. 17 of his 31 points came in that third quarter. This game
2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Golden State Warriors. And a nice roll continuing right now for Golden State. It's been a very successful first half of the season for them. When the opportunity to win a ball game has been there for them, they have grabbed it over and over. Well, the big three have been slowing down over the years, but the Spurs seem to keep the machine moving. Can you make the argument, Kenny, that the Spurs are shifting more towards becoming Kawhi's team in the future?
Well, I think Kawhi has done a great job, and he might be the most talented, impactful player on this team at this point. But I could see the Spurs adding another mix to him at some point. And when they add that mix to him, he also will be a much bigger contributor than he is now.
Listen, as long as the big three are in the locker room, it's their team, especially from a leadership perspective. But Kawhi is a key component for the Spurs' future, trust me.
And with the game just about to tip.
What up, Don? What up, Don? Man, I don't know the crowd. Straight up, real, and any day could be your last in the jungle. On the humble, tumble. The corners is the hot spot full of mad criminals who don't care. Nuzzling, we all stare at the out of towners. They better break north before we get and take their face off. The streets is filled with undercovers.
Spurs play before the hometown crowd here live in San Antonio, Texas. Looking at San Antonio, they took the win in their last game again.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
Now Golden State's starting five. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Chamberlain is out there with Green, and it's Mullen in at the three spot. Just three to shoot. Here's Elliott. No good on the three.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
Here is Elliott following the basket by Draymond Green. Robinson dishes to Duncan. Pass to Elliott. From downtown, the shot is off. Curry with some nice D. On defense, the Spurs. 4-point game. Over in the corner, Green. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. The open jump shot off the mark. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Duncan. That misses off the backboard. Robinson.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure. Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
And stolen by Chamberlain. Mullen kicks to Thompson. And he banks in the layup.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
No good from Duncan.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Great open look there. Thompson's got 5 now.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Now here's Leonard. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. The lead pushed to double digits.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Here is Elliott. The dish to Leonard. Here's Duncan, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Curry kicks to Chamberlain. Back to Curry. Robinson with the block. They retain possession, and that one's good. Chamberlain got his second basket of the night. Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against the Atlanta Hawks.
Was not even close. I mean, they had points coming from all over the place.
Yeah, they stayed true to the game plan offensively and never strayed at all. Impressive performance.
Now here's Curry. George Gervin missing his last shot.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Kawhi Leonard with another great season last year earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. And good on the basket. Book it.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start exactly what they were hoping for.
Now here's Gervin. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
And, you know, for Leonard, you can add that Defensive Player of the Year award to his hardware list, and that puts him in elite company, one of only 3 players to win Defensive Player of the Year and Finals MVP. The other 2, Jordan and Olajuwon.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spades is checked in. Now here's Curry. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Atlanta.
And equally as impressive, the playmaking. Just sensational. The way he was seeing the court and making the game easy for his teammates.
But they get it back. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Warriors leading by 13. Mullen kicks to Spades. Hits the jumper in space. Spades has got his first bucket in this one.
And for Leonard, winning the Defensive Player of the Year didn't change him at all. I mean, he received a car for winning that award and gave it to charity. Went out of his way to thank his teammates during his acceptance speech. I mean, I think it speaks of his character and really the impact that Popovich has had on him and that entire Spurs team.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Golden State's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Leonard with the steal. There's the triple, and he gets the bucket. Leonard's got 7.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Outside, Mullen, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one. Launches a 3. The rebound by Mullen.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Curry's shot is off. Spurs trail by 16. He's got a clear path, and the shot is good.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
And the Warriors with some changes. Barnes, who's checked in for Green. Richardson comes in for Mullen. And it's Ellison for Klay Thompson. And the shot is good.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Boy, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
Well, as Greg was just talking about, the assistant that was hired was Becky Hammond, a phenomenal player for a very long time in the WNBA. And Clark, you know, you and I were talking about this before. She was a perfect candidate to become the first full-time female assistant.
Yeah, I agree with you. And it might not seem like that big a deal to some, but this was a big-time barrier breaker that the Spurs pulled off.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Robinson. Green comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Gervin. And it's Johnson in for Elliott. Now here's Johnson on the wing. Green. There's the three. And it's Ellis with the rebound. Well, you've got Greg Popovich, and I think he puts this at times grumpy demeanor in a more of a spotlight. He's playing along, as we all know, with the sideline reporters. He knows, Greg, you know this firsthand, when to turn it on, when to turn it off. He can be as compassionate a person, Clark, that you and I have ever been around.
Yeah, he's competitive, but he understands that we're all human, and he treats people the right way all the time.
The Warriors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Good on both. Here's Johnson. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Johnson. It's an 18-point game. Aldridge, the pass to Green. Aldridge kicks to Johnson. Passes to Ginobili. And too long on the shot.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
And it's sent back by Aldridge. Johnson dishes to Aldridge. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Warriors leading by 12. Curry kicks to Barnes from outside the arc. Curry can't get it to go.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
Ginobili with the three. Warriors with the rebound. Now the Warriors moving it up, and the dunk by Barnes.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Pass to Green. He kicks to Duncan. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Richardson ahead. And Monte Ellis the bucket on the assist by Richardson. Ellis has got his first points of the game.
And Curry and his turnovers last year, a lot of it might have been getting used to a new system. But you can see he's also tightened up his play to reduce the giveaways.
Green missing again.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
And Curry, here we go. Shot is off. Now San Antonio takes it the other way.
You know, Curry knew turnovers were a problem. How about his mom even instituted a fine? So anytime he has more than 3 in a game, he owes his mom $100 per turnover. And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Johnson outside. Kicks it out to Ginobili. And it comes off the front of the rim. Warriors leading by 20. And that one's good. 6 points for Ellis.
8 points in a row for them in the transition game, and they're feeling it right now. They're in a nice flow.
Yeah, look at the pressure they are putting on the defense. Everybody's filling lanes. This is just fun to watch.
Offensive rebound. Duncan, the pass to Green. Johnson dishes to Ginobili. Ginobili can't get that one to fall.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert. Another bucket added to the lead. They've been the better team in every facet.
And in my opinion, you get extra bonus points, extra eye of the beholder points when you do it the way they're doing it on the road. That's special.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it, you can see it, in part because the defense is...
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. The Warriors on top, just dominating this one. Well, Duncan breaking down his love for the game and what keeps him and going, not just playing, but still enjoying it at his age.
Man, it's phenomenal to see because Tim Duncan doesn't usually get too introspective with us. Anybody that plays this game knows exactly what he's talking about. And at the level he's competing currently, I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon, that's for sure.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive guys on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Ellis is out there with Thompson. Then it's Mullen. Then it's Green, and it's Chamberlain in at the 5. And he gets it to go.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Shoots from 12, and Thompson sends it back. Second shot opportunity, and they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. The Warriors shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And what a tremendous game for Mullen. He has 12 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 three-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down.
Outside, Green. San Antonio again missing. Here's Thompson, and it's good. Fought through contact, gets the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep. Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
And Green gets it to go.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
Ginobili outside. Takes the 3. Duncan, a screen. Draymond Green with the rebound.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense is really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
That's his first personal foul, first team foul.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 14-3 run, and Thompson kicks to Green. Ellis wide open. And another 3 for Golden State.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer. Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Johnson against Thompson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Spurs have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement, so that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Curry's checked in for Thompson. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. Another three for Golden State.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Johnson inside, guarded by Curry. Curry with the steal, and they're running. Here's Ellis. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
That's good. Golden State's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And the wide-open shot from Green. The three-pointer, no good.
You know, one of the unsung things about Danny Green is his team defense. I mean, he flies around that end of the court, and his instincts usually put him in the right position to make a play.
Johnson kicks to Ginobili. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Ginobili's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Golden State's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Green kicks to Mullen. Green, the screen. There's Ellis with the three ball. The drive by Green. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots. Well, getting back to Danny Green, he has an unusually good knack at doubling down on the block. Then if the ball is kicked outside, he's still able to get out to the shooter and run him off the spot. You don't talk about his defense that much, but I'll tell you who does. Greg Popovich.
That's a great point, Kevin. And you also see Green come up with some timely weak side blocks, strips. He'll jump in passing lanes. He's a sneaky important part of what they do on the defensive end.
Some teams live and die by the three. Let's check out the best. The Warriors, number 1. The Spurs, second.
And the shooting display both these teams have put on this season has been remarkable. I mean, there are just three-point shooters all over the floor.
And Johnson drops them both. Here's Ellis. He's got 16. To the inside. Green. Green with the block. Curry against Johnson. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ginobili touched it last.
And checking out the stats for Aldridge. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. 4th in free throw percentage, 11th in field goal percentage. And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And, you know, he's been deadly from the charity stripe. Phenomenal asset to have on your team, a dead-eye free throw shooter.
Richardson, he's checked in for the Warriors. It's stolen by Mullen. Johnson with the block. And the basket by Curry.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
6 to shoot. Johnson goes in. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Johnson outside. Second chance shot, and the layup is up and in. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Chamberlain down low. Aldridge on him. Curry can't get it to go.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
On the wing, Johnson, guarded by Curry. Puts it up from 12, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You take a look at the Warriors. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, the Spurs. They're just sitting one spot down right on their heels.
And, well, for the Warriors, I think they've lived up to their billing this season, that's for sure. It doesn't look like they'll be slowing down anytime soon.
Well, they can't afford to. I mean, this is a time of year when you've got to take your game up a notch. As good as they've been throughout the regular season, they've got to get better going forward.
The drive by Duncan. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Johnson against Curry. Chamberlain with the block. And they'll keep possession. And it's Johnson penetrating. It's stolen by Curry. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And Jason Richardson the bucket on the assist by Curry. Richardson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And it's Johnson again missing. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. The offensive rebound. The second chance effort. Indeed, Chamberlain drops it in. Chamberlain got 10.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. He's got to be relentless. Manu Ginobili is one of the toughest guys you'll ever meet. That goes not just for the NBA, but any sport. I mean, a true competitor in every sense of the word.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
We've seen some obvious improvement in his free throw shooting since last year.
And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Spates sets a screen. Now the pass to Thompson. Curry wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 18 points for Steph Curry. On the topic of Ginobili, he's the guy who, when things aren't going well for your team, takes things into his own hands. He takes over, tries to coordinate. His will to win is, as Greg Popovich will tell you, out of this world.
I mean, you know, he's not just physically tough, but as mentally tough as anybody, arguably, who's ever played the game. What a big-time performer and a big shot maker.
Oh, wow, and that whistle is on the defense on the shot, and it was a three-point attempt. So a series of free throws coming up here as he'll get a chance at the line. The Warriors have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Well, he can defend 3 positions, Kevin. And offensively, he does everything you want done from the 2-guard spot. He can play with or without the ball.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And he makes the first.
Boy, I really like the way he came out in the first quarter. Very aggressive, really focused and intense, and generated some nice opportunities. Shooting 100% in the quarter, they've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
I tell you what, nice job making the most of their opportunities.
Spates. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And finished off by Leonard.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And Thompson's certainly in the conversation for the best two-way shooting guard in basketball. There's really not much he doesn't do well.
It's tipped and stolen by Barnes. Here's Curry. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot. A 3-ball, and that's not going to go. So,
thank you, Kevin.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what the first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 22 points, 5 rebounds, and a crazy number of assists. And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just...
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
How about Steph Curry in this one? 22 points and 4 steals. Whether it's making the tough pass or coming up with the steal, he's been able to do it.
You're right on with that. He's had a great feel, really, for his teammates as well as the opponent.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Spurs, Leonard the 3 and Diaw the 4. Elliott is out there with Parker, and it's Robinson in at the center, locking down the middle. Back to Parker. To the middle, stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Warriors running again.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
4 on the shot clock. They get it back. Robinson. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Pass to Elliott. Launches a 3, and that's good. Tony Parker for 3. Parker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Warriors have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Mullen for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
That's good. 6 points for Tony Parker.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
But they recover it. Curry kicks to Green. Inside. Out to Thompson. It's good from long range. Thompson's got 13.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
Another turnover there leading to a basket.
And they've really made the most of all those chances they've had from these turnovers. It's really driving their offense right now. Actually, it's their best offense.
Parker's shot is off.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Monte Ellis, he's checked in for Curry. And Parker, here we go. Over in the corner, Diaw. They can't stop the run with that one. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Fade away, and the shot falls short this time. The Spurs have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Parker passes to Leonard. Diaw with a wide open look, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Golden State's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And again, no good by Golden State.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Elliott against Ellis. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
The feed to Diaw. Kicks to Leonard. Back to Diaw. San Antonio again missing. The Warriors shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. And Green gets it to go.
Assist from play.
For San Antonio, they've gone somewhat so far 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And the shot is good. Diaw's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Ellis against Parker. Ellis, that's good. Ellis has got 20 points.
They're leaning on that mid-range shot right now. That's 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
And it's working. As long as the defense gives you space, hey, let it fly.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it. No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Thompson. He has 15 points, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
Whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been a disruptive force out on the floor.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Thompson. And so Thompson nails both of them.
Timeout Spurs.
San Antonio calls timeout.
That was a good time to call a timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
And so it's San Antonio with it. Stolen by Ellis. Mullen against Leonard. Mullen's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
It's stolen by Mullen. Lays it in off the breakaway. Mullen's got 11 points in the quarter.
And I love that the instant that steal was made, they were out in the open floor.
Ball pressure leading to the run out. Man, it doesn't get much nicer than that. That is sweet, sweet stuff.
It's Parker outside. Knocked loose. Passes to Elliott. 5 on the clock. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Chamberlain got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. Ellis dishes to Green. Mullen against Parker. Here's Diaw. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
He's frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there or that he keeps on trying to.
Thompson with the bucket.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight. You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love, but I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch 4-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
And Thompson kicks to Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 8th assist in the game.
We're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
And no good, trying to use the glass.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way, and they've got to stop this run, and the only way you do that, you got to score yourself.
There's Parker with the 3, and he gets it to go. Parker's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
From deep, Ellis. Tries again. Green, no luck. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
Yeah, defensively, some really good pressure being applied, though, so you've got to give credit there. It seems like they've been rattled a little bit.
Greg, you think they've been rattled?
They have, Kevin, but that's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Ellis against Parker. The drive by Ellis. And the rejection by Leonard. And San Antonio shooting around 29% from the floor. A tough night for them all around on the offensive end.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Chamberlain. Harrison Barnes comes in for Green. Richardson, he's checked in for Mullen. And it's Stephen Curry in for Klay Thompson. Nobody near Barnes. And again, unable to change momentum here. Parker kicks to Diallo. That one a little long.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
1:27 left in the third quarter. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Parker outside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. 6 on the shot clock. Feeds it to Diallo. Here's the 3. Warriors with the rebound.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
San Antonio again missing. Golden State's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. For 3, Richardson, and the Warriors get it back. Ellis goes in. He feeds it to Barnes. Another shot, and Curry the bucket on the assist by Barnes. And that's now 26 points for Steph Curry.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
And as we conclude the third quarter, And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here.
Timeout Spurs.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. They feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
San Antonio calls timeout. You know, Clark, losing teams handling losing with an eye to the future. It's a slippery slope and a very tough situation, not only for teams, but the league to try to figure out and rule on.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Well said, and I'm not sure what the answer is. I kind of like where we are with the lottery system, but it's something to reevaluate. I don't think it needs to be tinkered with at this point, though.
The Warriors shooting extremely well, 62% on the night to this point. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. They've got Richardson. Thompson is out there with Maurice Spates. Then there's Livingston. And it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by David Robinson. Robinson's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa.
I need you guys to be crashing the offensive glass. Big guys, use your size to box out and get inside position. Effort, fellas, effort!
San Antonio calls timeout. Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Green, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Del Negro in for Elliott. Livingston passes to Barnes. Here's Richardson, sinks the 15-footer. Richardson's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Warriors. There's a good screen. Parker outside. That three off the mark.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Dishes to Robinson. Green passes to Del Negro. And here we go. Warriors running again. Richardson, no luck.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. There's the dish to Barnes. A three-pointer off the mark. For San Antonio, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Parker kicks to Diaw. Del Negro. No good with the triple. Golden State's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. For 3, Richardson, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Parker, right side. Shot from 12. Offensive rebound. He goes up again. Richardson, no luck. So it's San Antonio now. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Robinson kicks to Parker. To halt the run. San Antonio again missing. Here's Barnes, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Barnes has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, it's another fast break score against them, and they just aren't getting back on D in transition. They've got to sprint back and find the ball.
Guys, they're getting caught flat-footed here, and if you're the coaching staff, you've got to get in their ear right now.
Del Negro kicks to Parker. A 3-ball, and Diaw with the basket on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Puts it up from 12. Again, Golden State.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
He dishes it to Diaw. Off target with his 3.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Here's Livingston. Here's Barnes. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The first half was a struggle for him.
Parker outside. To the wing on the left. Del Negro. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Livingston kicks to Barnes, and Parker comes with the help. Thompson outside. Richardson, good.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
Yeah, something's got to change. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting out of hand.
Offensive rebound. Robinson dishes to Diaw. Parker outside. There's the triple. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 5th rebound in this one.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
From outside, off the mark. And Thompson throws it down.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
And that one's good. 15 points for Parker.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Barnes can't get it to go.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Pass to Robinson. Here's Diaw, and the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Well, you know, we're far enough away from the 2013 draft so we can start to get a feel for just how strong it was. I mean, the initial feeling was it was a weak draft, but there have been some gems coming out of it of late.
Jordan Crawford's checked in for Golden State. Out to the right wing. And here's Barnes for three, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got his third assist on the night. And for the 2013 draft class, not sure if there are going to be a lot of all-stars from that class, but there are quite a bit of rotational players that are effective.
And Kevin, listen, there's still a chance to see a couple of all-stars emerge from the class, as there are some elite talents that just need time to grow. And overall, there weren't too many complete misses. Almost every lottery pick is a rotation player at this point.
Barnes can't get it to go.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Parker passes to Robinson. This one for three. Parker's shot is off.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
And so it's San Antonio with it. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That's game one of a three-game road trip. Here's Diaw. Hits the three-point bomb. Diaw's got 11 points here in just the second half.
You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Here's Livingston. That's a two from Barnes. That one's good from the corner.
Great rise and dime there. He changed gears in midair to make the assist.
And the pass to Del Negro. There's the triple. And Boris Diaw picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Warriors making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Here is Livingston, covered by Parker. Here's Barnes. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
And Diaw kicks to Parker. No good from outside.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
It's Crawford with the drive. They get it again. The Spurs shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Livingston kicks to Richardson. To the paint. And Spates with the basket on the assist by Richardson. Richardson's got 4 assists now tonight. Spates has gone 67% from the field, 4 of 6. Parker kicks to Diaw. Off target from outside. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Livingston dishes to Spates. Here's Barnes.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon. .133 left in the fourth. Off the pick. And a slam dunk by Richardson. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah. And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Stephen Curry. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark fourth back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
He kicks to Richardson, and the call will be against Tony Parker. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Some fantastic numbers for Richardson. 15 points and 4 assists as well. He's putting on quite a show here in the fourth quarter.
And for this late in the game, his energy level is off the charts.
Parker outside. Pass to Diaw. Barnes grabs the miss. Here is Livingston, covered by Parker. Here is Livingston, and the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Sean Livingston at the line.
And he's good on the second. Robinson off target with that shot. So we see the Warriors.
Congratulations.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, go into a building on the road and completely control the action.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Ernie.
don't think you wanna get rich. You don't really want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. Nah, you don't really want it. Now you don't want that late night gas with no break, like crash in the daylight. I see it in your face. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears in a bunk bed. Peers know they upset. That Lambo in your gate. Nah, you can't take a loss like that.
With
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet.
Tell them where I'm from. I make the 6 straight jump from SoCal, Hollywood to the slums. Get burnt by the California sun on the west side. East Coast, where you at? Just got to New York like a net on a jet to London. To Brazil, to Quebec, like the whole world took effect to Ferg. Tell them, lay back, slow down. Better represent when we come to your town. So lay back, slow down. What you represent when we come to your town? Say, get in with the business, I'ma be there in a minute. I just booked a Paris ticket, thinking.
Check. I'm from where the hammers run. News cameras never come.
Nighttime always fun here in Miami as we see an overview of the city. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. Some confidence for Golden State with the win in their last matchup against Miami.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Now Golden State's starting 5. The defensive stalwart. Green and Bogut are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in at the 3.
I tell you, Luol Deng is not exceptional in any one area, but really doesn't have any weaknesses either. I think he's been one of the most complete small forwards over the past decade in the league.
On the wing, Green from deep, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And the thing I took away from that one was just how valuable their guys coming off the bench were.
I thought the reserves were the difference in the game, Greg. I mean, a lot of the scoring came from the bench.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Deng kicks to Richardson. There's the feed to Deng. On the wing, Green. Covered by Barnes. Clock is at 3. The Warriors pull it in. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
Now here's Green. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. He kicks it to Barnes. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And it's blocked by Dang. And that one's good, Barnes.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Now here's Curry. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
And the jam by Stoudemire.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line. Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
They push it up 4 on 3. It's tipped. It's stolen by Green. Down low. Looking for Dragic, and he gets it there. From the line, pass to Dang. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Warriors leading by 5. Curry kicks to Thompson. Over in the corner, Barnes. Wide open look, and he gets the bucket. Barnes has got 7.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And the Heat call time here. Now, from the moment he stepped into the league, Klay Thompson was lights out in terms of shooting. Clark, he has never had a problem knocking one down.
Well, the first player in league history to notch 500 made threes in his first 3 seasons in the league. That is remarkable.
Now, here's Richardson. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Curry against Richardson. Feeds to Thompson. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Barnes can't get it to go.
And for Thompson, his three-pointer was his calling card early on, but I love the way he's expanded his game every season. He's become a very good defender and broadened his offensive game as well.
Warriors leading by 7. Now let's find out what head coach Steve Kerr had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, he's looking at how they can establish an edge in this one. He's looking for them to lock things down on the interior first and foremost. He said our shot blocking is something that can really help us if we just play smart and avoid fouls. We want them shooting over length, and that's one thing my guys do bring to the table. A sound strategy, Kevin.
Terrific, Doris. Thanks, guys. What's your take on that?
You know, I think it's probably the way to go. The defensive approach suits their style and their personnel. So I think you go with it.
Yeah, and you stay true to your identity, and theirs is clearly at the defensive end.
You know, and speaking of Thompson expanding his game, he's also come out of his shell a little bit. Very quiet early on, but he has gotten more and more comfortable in the league and becoming more outspoken. And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
On the wing, Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. Miami no good on that time either.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Passes it to Barnes. Tries it from the top of the key. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about it.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Klay Thompson. From deep, Green. Shot is off. So Golden State will take it the other way.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more Clark assertive on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
A different look for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Stoudemire. Wade comes in for Richardson. And it's Udrich in for Goran Dragic. Curry attacking. That's good. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters. But if they even approximate that, watch out. What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, Clark, there's an intimidation factor, a physicality that they've brought that comes into play.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
No good from Wade. Warriors leading by 17. Barbosa passes to Curry. Green with a screen on Wade. And a wide open look for Iguodala. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists tonight.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Craig. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Back to Barbosa. Curry with a wide open look. And Luol Deng gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Draymond Green.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Barbosa against Wade, and the wide open shot from Green. In it goes. That's his third bucket. He's missed 5 so far. Warriors leading by 19. The shot by Spates. Nobody around. And again, no good by Golden State. Dishes it to Green. From the arc. Deng for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Spates has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
On its way from Barbosa for two. The shot is off. And it's Miami the other way. Curry with the steal. To the middle. The second chance effort. That's good.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
At some point, guys, it comes down to pride. Start banging on your chest and get after it from your heart. I mean, you've got to at least offer some resistance. You can't just let guys do what they want in there. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Shoots the three, and that one's good. Curry's got 9 points.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
Now, here's Green. He's got 6. Here's Whiteside. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
And the buzzer sounds.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
So it's the Warriors now. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. They get to take on the Magic in Orlando after this one. They're closing in on the end of this long, long road trip, as that will be game 6 of 7 straight away. So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Livingston and Thompson are the guards. Rush out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Bogut in at the center position. And Udrich kicks to Wade. Dang for 3, cannot hit. And Golden State will come the other way.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And it's Green, missing.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Here's Thompson, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
From deep, Green looking to end the run, and it's sent back by Bogut. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Thompson. They get it back. There's the double team from Whiteside. Poked away. It's stolen by Green. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Knocked loose. And he lobs it up toward the rim. No good from Wade.
It's hard not to go for it when you see the chance for that alley-oop.
Clearly, temptation got the best of him right there, Greg.
And Luol Deng gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. Green with a screen for Thompson. 6 to shoot. Thompson is double. Nobody near Barnes. And the 3 off target.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous. And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And the wide open shot from Green. And the Warriors miss again. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here is Livingston. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
Yeah, and it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
The drive by Green, and he lays it straight in. Green's got 14 points.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Back to Green. Fires for three. Miami no good on that time either.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
And here's Barnes for three. Rebound by the Heat.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much. Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals, but he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
And GA, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt. It's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
Livingston, no luck. And for the Heat, they're shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And guys, Gerald Green looked to be out of the NBA at one point in his career, but since coming back from Russia, he has completely reinvented himself as a player.
And for Gerald Green, and him reinventing himself, really was just known as a dunker before heading overseas.
You know, Kevin, he came back with a better shot and a better understanding of how to win as a player. Strange to think that there was a time that he couldn't find a way onto an NBA roster.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Udrich. Livingston dishes to Green. Kicks it to Thompson. Charity stripe shot. Here's Barnes. Green with the block. Pass to Dang. Lets it go with a three. Rebound Bogut.
Well, he's building the house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball. Share the sugar.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
There's Green with the three. And it's Golden State's ball. They're on a 20-6 run. The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV.
Goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
Thompson with it. He's picked up by Dang. Klay Thompson, and that's good. Thompson's got 16.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Green up on top. He's covered by Iguodala. Green, no luck.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
Udrich for three. They get it back. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Looking at the game Green has been having, 10 points and a couple of nice steals, too.
And his offense has matched the defensive effort today. He's been really just one of the best players on both ends.
I don't know if you can say enough about the job he's been doing in all aspects of the game. I mean, stuff in the stat sheet when you look at it.
And for Gerald Green, another productive year last season coming off the bench. Though it was a smaller role, a small step back from the season before, when he started over half the games for the Suns.
Well, there was a log jam in Phoenix at the wing position last season. He certainly matured, though, as he never complained about not starting, just went out and did his job.
Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level, was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there.
Miami. Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
Here's Barbosa. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Pulls it up. The shot by Curry, no good.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Hart. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Green, no good. And it's Miami the other way. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. Well, folks, tonight a great rebounding game we're watching in progress. And now, with that in mind, let's take a look at the all-time record for rebounds in a single game. How about Wilt Chamberlain with 55 rebounds back on November 24th, 1960.
And guys, that's one of those records that always seemed to me impossible to break. I mean, in the modern era, nobody's even sniffed that 55 rebound mark. I mean, heck, a lot of teams don't get 55 rebounds in a game, and Wilt's owned it since 1960.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Here's McRoberts. Off target from outside. Golden State's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the three ball well. Dragic kicks to McRoberts. That's it, coming off an assist from Dragic. McRoberts has got 5 points so far.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his first.
While we have a moment here, let's reveal the teams that have been holding opponents to the fewest points this month. The Heat third.
And they've just been on a defensive tear. I mean, allowing so few points. And really, I think it's the energy with which they've played.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for the Warriors.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Over the last 10, looking at the Warriors, here's how they compare to the rest of the league. First in scoring, first in assists, and they have definitely learned the finer points of transition basketball. I mean, they own the most fast break points in the NBA.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses. And I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with. And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Iguodala with the screen on Dragic. The three. And Iguodala with the basket, the assist by Curry. Curry's got 6 assists here tonight.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Time now for an injury report.
Hey, guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of Miami about his status. He told me that it doesn't look too serious.
All right, Doris, we will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
And you know what? He could have a long road ahead in terms of getting back on the court. But one thing we all know, he's never been shy of hard work.
No, he's not. I mean, he'll be doing everything he can to make it back as soon as possible.
Just 5 to shoot. From outside the arc, another 3 for Golden State.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Heat shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Dragic against Curry. Fires the 3. Dragic with another miss.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
Drills it from outside. Dragic has got a pair of triples in the second now for the Heat.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Here's Rush. Here's Spates. Misses from short range.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when.
So as we conclude
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what was clearly a one-sided first half of action. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He had 21 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, the best part of their performance has been their offensive rebounding. So often it's overlooked, but you get 2 quality shots because of your effort. That is the difference in the game. I love the way they're battling and getting all those putbacks. They keep that up, game over.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Well, first of all, Ernie, they were atrocious on the boards. Getting tough on the glass has got to be the first thing they address. There is no way they can come back into the game unless they show more fight in the paint. If not, Ernie, they're going to be barbecue chicken.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us.
How about Steph Curry in this one? He's got 21 points, and he's... got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
Dragic is out there with Winslow. Then it's Stoudemire. Then there's Richardson. And it's McRoberts in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And Thompson kicks to Green. Here's Barnes. Up and in on the layup. Barnes has got 11.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Stoudemire, the screen. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at Golden State. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, San Antonio, 3.5 back.
And seeing where the Warriors are, I think they've lived up to their billing this season, that's for sure. It doesn't look like they'll be slowing down anytime soon.
Well, they can't afford to. I mean, this is a time of year when you've got to take your game up a notch. As good as they've been throughout the regular season, they've got to get better going forward.
The Warriors have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And, guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
Dragic kicks to McRoberts. Shot to stop the run. No good from Dragic.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again. And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
The Heat have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. Here's Dragic from outside. Again, Dragic missing.
Boy, a rough start to the second half. 5 straight clunkers. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft. And Clark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And, you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State.
There's Dragic with the 3. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night.
The defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Now the dish to Richardson. Shot to stop the drought. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
So a moment now to see the story on Goran Dragic. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. He's around 14 points per game, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through. I like that creativity. Double clutching to catch the defender on the way down. I can go for that.
And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Barnes. Barnes has got 3 assists now in this one. And it's Dragic off the drive for the 3. The shot is off. Good D by Thompson. And it's the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball. And that one's good. Barnes.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Another miss by Dragic.
He's frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there or that he keeps on trying to. Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play. And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season, said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else.
Miami no good on that time either.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
Offensive rebound.
The clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Here's Winslow. No good on the triple. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Barnes, and it's Golden State with another.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
Warrior shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. He dishes it to Livingston. Boom, he jams it straight down.
God, kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, he torches defenders in all kinds of ways. When he's on the floor, he's a matchup headache.
And the rejection by Stoudemire. Livingston kicks to Barnes. Green breaking loose. Thompson against Dragic. He feeds it to Winston, coming off an assist from Dragic. Winslow's got his first 3 points of the game.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Livingston passes to Green. Lets it go with a 3. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Dragic kicks to Stoudemire. Good. Stoudemire's got his second bucket.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
There's the pass to Thompson. Up and in on the layup.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
And it's Dragic off the drive. Richardson for 3. Green with the rebound. Green's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Barnes can't get it to go. And Miami shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. Dragic dishes to McRoberts. Traps in the tray. McRoberts has got 8. Golden State's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. There's Green with the 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Winslow's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Dragic the pass to McRoberts. Stoudemire kicks to McRoberts. 3-pointer. No good from Dragic. Smooth sailing for Golden State. On the wing, Green. And again, no good by Golden State.
High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark. Bogut kicks to Livingston. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And Green gets it to go.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And it's Dragic off the drive and stolen by Barnes. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And he gets it to go. And that's now 25 points for Draymond Green. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Dragic against Thompson. Ball's knocked loose, stolen by Thompson. Now the Warriors moving it up. Good chance here for Barnes. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Here is Livingston. He has 7, and he gets it to go. And that's now 37 points for Klay Thompson.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Good on the shot.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
And it's Stoudemire missing. Golden State's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Barnes can't get it to go. Heat shooting only 21% from the field so far. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Richardson, no luck.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Shot's good. Here is Livingston. Screened by Bogut. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 5 assists in the game. Winslow got it off in